Erik Plays Nucleum with the Australia expansion. Welcome back to my second part. I had a thought about my situation at the moment, and I think unfortunately there's nothing else I can do than the recharge. So let's do the recharge and hope we can energize more building after that. So during recharge we get all the resources. So here we will get 6 money. We get 4 meeples, and I can also increase the victory track by 2 points. So we move up to 4. We then have to trade in our star tokens. We have a total of 6. And looking at the track, we are already on 6, and we're already in that area. So the only option we have is to place it on 2, which is still better than have 0. Then we can get all our action tiles back. And that was our turn. The AI player has only money, no worker. So let's roll the die. We roll a 3. He gets that tile here. So even though that energize is here again, he can't do the track because he doesn't have a meeple. So he will do just the action itself. So we do energize. If I see it correctly, he doesn't have any unpowered building. The only option for him would be the neutral building. So that's what he's doing. And because he has the connection to a power plant, he doesn't have a turbine in that area, and he doesn't have Nucleum plant, so he doesn't get victory points for that, but he will flip one of the coal mines. For that energizing, he has to pay 1 silver token, and here, without paying, he gets 3 victory points. That means he's already on 42. And I wonder at that stage if we will ever be able to catch up. Let's see. Back to us, and I think I would like to get new action tiles, more action tiles. So let's use that tile here. And so we get 2 stars. And also do 1 develop action, which with also we can reduce 1 silver token. And at that time we can take our contract to fulfill. We need to have 2 turbines placed on the board. We did. They are gone. So we get 2 victory points and 1 meeple. So let's take the worker and we place the contract to the side. We can increase our victory point to 5. one more to 6. And then we pick action tides. I would like to have that one, which when I take a contract, I get twice of the bonus. And also another star. That cost me 2, but minus 1 from the benefits of the tile I had. I only need to pay 1 money. And I think, why not taking that one, which cost me 2 for the second tile and nothing in general. So I have to pay 2 more. So I will use that 5 gold coin and take 3 silver back. And then we can refill that. There you go. With 1 silver coin left, the AI player votes the die. He votes a 1. And then here again, he just follows the action. He doesn't energize, and he gets action tides if you want to. Alright, let's move that to the right. And let's have a quick look. The Baron, the AI player does the developer action first. And a quick look on his available action types tells us that that symbol he only has once, so he takes that one. And the industrialization he only has once, so we take that too. And then we can move them back and refill. There you go. So yeah, that symbol was only available once, and here as well. And for the energize, he doesn't have, as we know from the turn before, he doesn't have any building available to energize, so he can't do that, and that way he doesn't have to pay the silver coin as well. So let's go over to our turn. So we are doing industrialization, and that's twice. Once we will get Nucleum, and one we have to pay less workers. Right, and I want to place that turbine, which cost me 2 minus 1. This I have to pay 1 meeple. And then let's take that Nucleum plant as well, which cost me another 2 meeple. And we place them on the board. My turbine, I'm going to place it up here, but there I have to pay 2 silver coins. So let's pay them. And Nucleum field, I will place it here. And I get 1 Nucleum for the tile I placed, the bonus. And then I get an additional 2 for each of the Nucleum fields I have. So I can just place them up there. Yeah, still 1 money left. So let's roll the die. He rolls a 3. Oh, and it looks like he gets even more action tides. And for that 2, he gets 2 victory points. So let's advance the victory track quickly. And now we do the develop. He has all the actions at least twice. So he will pick the action tile with the action which is only available once. So that would be that one, and it would be energize. So yeah, I think that's correct. So let's take that, and then we refill. And he is really pushing now to get the tiles here empty, I feel. Alright. Alright. I will take that tile because I want to and have to extend our network. So we need a meeple. And then replace that to an orange and white spot. We have one here. So now I can extend to that city, to Melbourne, and we can place buildings here. So with the mini, we can advance the victory track and the money track. So let's flip that. And we advance the money and the victory points track by 2. The AI is still pushing and going. Still the money left. Let's roll a die. He rolls a 3. That means he does industrialization and urbane. He has them all, but he doesn't have a meeple, so he will use that just over here. And let me check. He does the urbane first. We draw a card, and we see that he wants to build a green building first, then orange, then yellow. Okay, green. And looking on the board here, yeah, we can see there's only one green spot available. So we take the top green building from the buildings, and we can place that over here. After placing the building, he has to pay 1 money. And now, because he doesn't have money anymore, he can't do industrialize, because he would have to pay money for that as well. So if I'm not wrong here, that was his turn. I think I did a bad decision here at the beginning of the game to place that contract tile next to the 2 monies, because that's a good way to get money if you have easy contracts. But that one requires me to have 9 action tiles, either here or up here, and I don't count that boat and that question mark tile into it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm missing 2, and I would really like to get rid of that. So I would like to do a develop, but in order to get the 2 tiles from the develop, I need to pay at least 3 money, 2 for the second tile, plus at least 1 for the second tile on the right. So it would be 3. I only have 1 money. I can use this tile here to reduce it for another money, and I think I will do that. And I can, what I usually don't like to do, exchange one of my free meeple for 1 silver. So let's place that over here. I take that free tile, and then I pay 2 silver coins plus the 1 I get for free to take that tile here as well. And then we refill. There you go. And that way I have 7, 8, 9 tiles, and because I placed an action tile, I can fulfill a contract. I will fulfill that one, which means I get 1 meeple, and then also I would get one of my level 1 what do I call it again? Experiments. Now I have it. But I have already all of them, so I don't get anything. But hey, I have that free up, and that allows me to place another contract later, which I can twice the amount of, let's say, the money. So I would get 4 money. So wasn't that waste of a turn. The AI player has to do a recharge because he doesn't have money and a meeple. That means that question mark tile goes all the way to the right, and he gets 4 money, and also over there 3 more meeples, and then he will place one of his star tokens on the milestone track, and we also have to do the king's turn here. It goes another 6 steps up, 5, 6. That means he goes to 13, and then because of that king's turn round, the first star gets 6 points and the second 2. So he is first and second. That means he gets 8 points. So he advanced to 52. Now turn now. I want to use that experiment, which is a one-time experiment. I can industrialize once in an area which is not necessarily in my network. And that's perfect. So we flip that. I take one of my available meeple, and then I want to get one of the gold mines here, which is not in my network, and place that meeple here, which gives me another free coal. And the good thing is it is connected to my other network and to the power plants, so I can use that one. And that gold mine, I will place that over here, and that will give me 2 money. There you go. And as my main action, I want to take a contract where I get twice the benefit and a star. So let's take the star token. Place it up here. And as a contract, I will take that gold contract, which requires me to have 3 of either or the nucleum mines or gold mines in 3 different cities, color of cities. And looking at the board, I have that. But first of all, I want to place that here next to the 2 silver coins. And because I get twice the bonus, I get 4 silver coins. So I take 5 and put 1 back. Just quickly confirming the fulfillment of that contract. I have a nucleum plant in the gray area city. I have one in a purple, and I have one in a green area. So that's fulfilled. And because I placed that action tile, I can automatically move that contract away again. And seeing that board here, I noticed again, I forgot that again, my star for placing a new contract, and also the last turn I placed the new rail track, so I should have gotten a star as well. So let's take them quickly. And then we fulfill that contract, so we can advance the money track by 2, and I can pick a level 2 experiment. So my level 2 experiment, I can either take that one, which gives me 2 money every time I place a rail track. Here that would be a one-time effect. I can take one of the available development tiles and place a track for no cost, or I get once 8 stars, which is great too. But I think at the moment, for now, I will take that, which gives me 2 money every time I place a track. And we also need to refill the contract tile. Oh, that's a good one. 3 green. All right. Yeah, I rolled a 2. And this time he has more than enough, and he has a token, so he will place a track tile. And he will place that tile over here, because that's the only spot where he can have a match of both colors, and he can extend his network. So let's place it over here. And then he does one develop. So all the actions symbols he has twice available. So he takes the one which is only available once. That's that tile, and the rightmost. We refill. And that triggers one of the end game conditions. So we take one. And that means the AI player gets 3 victory points. And he also gets 3 more for the second action. So you get 6 points. So increase from 52 to 58. And then we can place the new tiles over here. In our turn, we use that tile here. So I get a star, and I can place a building with -1. And what I also want to do, what I forgot all the time, is building a ship. So we place that underneath, and that on top. And for the ship, we have to pay 1 money, we have to pay 1 money. And then let's see where we place it. I want to place it over here, and because there is a ship already, I have to pay another money. So I give that 5 away and get 4 back. And for the building, I want to take that building here, which costs normally 5, but I get -1, so I only pay 4. And that's a yellow at the capital building, so we place it somewhere on the map. And I want to place it over there. Yep. Roll a die. It's a 4. He takes that one. It's available, so he will place a track, and he will place a track between white and any color. So placing the network tile, the track tile, is a bit tricky now, because there's no single track except of that one over here, but he has no connection. Well, he has, but it doesn't match with both. And Yeah, so he would only extend one of his networks with a building, so it could be everywhere. So let's draw a card. Okay, so he wants to go from the lowest number to the highest. So it's possibly everywhere. Let's see, it's a 7, that's a 6, 3 to 5. So yeah, oh, it's even a 1. So I would assume he does it that way. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I think that's what he is doing. And then he can place a building. So we need to draw another card. And this time he wants to build an orange building first and then green. And orange buildings, he has the possibility here and here and over there. So I guess we have to draw again a card, and he goes from the lowest number. And that's 5, 12, and 19. So that means I think he will go over here. And that card doesn't flip because he only can do one side. Yeah, all right, let's take it like that. That was his turn. Okay, so we will use that tile here, contract, and move the maple once forward. So I place that here and move that to track 1. And then we do our contract action. Contract wise, I think I will ship. I think I will take that one. So let's refill. And I will place it next to the meeple, to get a meeple. And then also, thanks to our experiment, we get one star. So I take the 5 and bring 4 back. Okay, and yep, that was our action. Yeah, he rolls today. He has a 3. So he does another track tie in that case. So let's see if we find a good spot. But that might be easier because he usually tries to complete then the one he just created earlier. Alright, let's have a look at the map. And I think that fits perfectly for him. So he can place it over here. And that one as well. And then, just checking the routes again, he will get 1 money. He can get 1 victory point, and he does 1 industrialization. So he gets the 1 victory point. And then the industrialization, we draw a card. We can see he wants to, well, it depends on what he has the least on the map. And he has 2 turbines and 1 of that nucleum fields. So that's why he will take 1 field. And he can place that. Let's see. Only here, apparently. But it's fine for him. He doesn't have to pay anything anyway. But he has to pay 1 money for the action itself. And then we can flip the track. And that was his turn. So I want to take that tile and place it as a track. And then we take a contract and we can build a building. And we have 1 meeple. And I have a plan. Let's see if I can do that. But there's no single track I can match that. But that's fine. Yep. Okay, let's build that. And with a track, I can place that tile anywhere, doesn't be on my network. And I want to place it over here. That means I get one Nucleum, and I place the Nucleum on an empty field, or an available field. And then that's a color match, so I can get one contract. And contract, I will take that one. We need to refill. I place it next to the 2 silver coins. There you go. And then I have 5 tracks. I think I can still fulfill it immediately, and I will do that. So I get 2 victory points and level 1 experiments, which I have already. But I take the 2 victory points. So move that up 1. And not to forget, because I place the track tile, I get 1 star and 2 money. And because I placed the contract, I get another star. So I get 2 stars and 2 silver coins. So 2 silver and the 2 stars. So here we roll a die. He rolls a 3, which is a contract tie. He doesn't have a meeple, so he doesn't place a track anymore. But he gets 1 money. And he picks 1 contract. And that will give him 5, 3 and 2. And that will give him 5, 2. So we need to decide. So we take a card. It's the highest to lowest. So let's say that's from the bottom to the top. So let's take the bottom one. And then we refill. And we can see he has already 3 contracts. So that means he only gets another silver coin. There you go. So what we do now, we take that tile to build a building and to energize. And we place that up here. And then we take first the building, we pay 3 money, and we take that building here. And I place that building over here. And for the energize action, I want to energize that building here with 8 energy. And let's see if we can, if we have 8 energy. So first, thanks to my turbines, I get, when I do an energy action, I get 1 meeple worker. And then we can see I get 2 energy. And I also, if I need to buy coal, I pay 1 less. So 2 energies from the turbines. I get 1 energy from that coal mine and 1 from that. So 1 coal each, but it's then energy, so it's 4. And I take 2 nucleums. I can use them on that power plant. 1 on a turbine and 1 on the power plant. So that gives me 2 each, so I have 4. So that's a total of 8. And I only need 8 to energize that building. So I can flip that building. And that building gives me 8 stars. And I can move that worker meeple track 4 up. Alright. So place it here. I get 8 stars. and we move that track by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was our turn. He rolls a 1. He takes another contract, and I think he gets 2 meeple. Yeah, he gets 2 worker. And that means next time he can build tracks again, but because the contract comes first and then the meeples, so he will still use that as a tie. And then for the contract again, because he has 3, he only gets 1 silver coin. And that was his turn. We take that token here. We can increase the victory point tracker. And we do an energy, and we get an additional energy. To place that in the last spot. And then we can increase the tracker by 1. And we do 1 energy. We get 1. We have, thanks to our turbines, we get another 2. That's a total of 3. And we get 1 worker. So we have 3 energy. We get a coal here and a coal here. So that's 5. And if I want to flip that, oh no, if I want to flip that to 6, I need to take 1 of my nucleum, and then we have more than enough, and we can flip that over, and that means we get we can increase the worker tracker by 3, and we get 6 stars. One, two, 3, and a total of 6 stars. He rolls a 4. So this time he will place that as a track tie, and we can see he gets 1 meeple. We can do that straight. Oh no, we don't know. We don't know where he placed that tie. So let's have first a look where he placed the tie. So I think this time we have to draw a card again. He goes from the lowest to the highest number. And then let's see, he has orange or multicolor. The lowest number is 3. Where was the 2? Oh yeah, here. So yeah, I think he will place that over there. Like so. And then contract, he still has 3 contracts. So he gets 1 silver coin. There you go. And then seeing that here, we can also flip that here, by the way, because I forgot that the last time. And I just noticed I gave him the wrong colored meeple, so I quickly exchanged that. So there we go. Now it's better. And with the last time we have, I think we have to place a track if we want to use that, because our tracker, we have already all the tiles up which we can place. Yeah, let's have a look on the map. And I will place the tile over here. So I could do 2 building action, but I don't have enough money to do any of them. But what I get is the Nucleum, and I place that on one of my mines. But now thinking about the fact that I have the experiments, so here I get 1 star And here I get 2 money for placing that track. I have enough money to place a building. And you know what? I will pay 3 money to place a building and take one of those urban actions I have. So yeah, I place that building and I will place it over here. So I player votes the die. He votes a 4 again. Yeah, again he builds the track. And let's see where he can do that. In that case, he wants to complete that line here, and he only needs to have 1 matching color, which he does. It's over here, so he gets 3 victory points, which we give him in a second. And then, because of completing that track, we all get victory points. Let's have a look. So here we can see, for completing the track with 3 track tiles, depending on how many tiles you have, you get 2 victory points. So for the AI player, it's a total of 2, and for us, it's a total of 4. But the AI player gets 3 from the action tile as well, so he gets a total of 5. So from 59 to 64. And we get 4 from 7 to 11, and we can flip the track. The only option we can do now is a recharge, which I'm perfectly fine, because we don't have anything left, and it's full here up there anyway. So we collect all the resources, so we get 9 money. So let's take that. 8 and 9. We get 5 worker. And then we get a total of victory points of 13. 1, 8, and 4. 13. So 13 and 11 bumps up to 24. Yeah, we're getting closer. We then convert our star tokens. We have 15. 20. 24. And we place it on the 24. Oh no, I want to prefer on the 22 because we don't have that many queen buildings. So let's stick with 22. And last but not least, we get all our action tiles back. We get also that nucleum, and we can place it in an empty power plant. And I want to place it here, where we get a free ship placement. And I place it obviously where the most ships are, which is over here. We can roll the die again. 3 means he does the ship action, and there's 1 spot left where he can place the ship. And then afterwards he does that tile here, and we can see he has energize and develop. So we used it as a, or we can't, he doesn't have a meeple, so he uses as a normal tile. So let's do the ship action first. There is no much checks we need to do, because he has only one ship left. He is everywhere except of up here, so he plays that for free. To energize, he picks, he has 2 buildings, here, and that has the higher amount point wise, so he will do that. We flip that. That's a level 2 building. He has the connection to a power plant and everything, so that's fine. There is no connection to a turbine and no connection to a nucleum field, so he doesn't get the benefit there. But because it's a level 2 building, we have to flip 2 coal trains tokens. So we can just take 2 of it. I would like to build a building, one of the level 4 buildings. So that's why I take that tile here, and now I have to think what I'm doing. And I think I will use it as a track tile. Take the meeple, and you can see we have a benefit of 1 silver coin. And I will place that over here. That means I don't get the star yet, but we can do the building action. And I place it here because I want to get that city into my network, because I just noticed that that symbol here is only left in that area. So thinking of placing a building here later, but I want to still place an orange building first. And I would like to place that specific one here. Cost me 5. I have the 1 silver coin benefit, so I only have to pay 4, and then we take that tile, and I want to place it over here. He rolls a 2. That means he takes that tile, and again he has that, but he doesn't have a walker, so he uses it as a just normal action tile. For urbanize, he draws a card. Let's see. He wants to place the yellow building first, and if he has the possibility, he will do that. So we take the top building token, which is a level 2 token, and we have a look on the board if we have a spot to place that. And indeed, he could place it up here or here. They are connected, so it doesn't really matter. We draw another card to see if he goes from low value to high value. That means that's level 1, that's number 3. He will place that up here, and because it's level 2, we take the last track token here away as well. Oh, sorry, that was wrong, because he doesn't energize. So yeah, we just placed the building over here. And then industrialization, let's have a look. He draws a card, he wants to place a turbine. So we take the turbine and have a look at the board. He usually wants to place that somewhere with a Nucleum power plant and somewhere in our network. So let's see. We have a spot over here and 2 over there. So He can screw me the most over here, so I think he plays that at that spot. And then, yeah, he doesn't have to pay the money. So we do urbanize, industrialize twice. Once we will get Nucleum, and one will be one worker less we have to pay for. Let's place it here. I will take that tile and that one, which cost us a total of 5 worker, but we have -1, so we pay 4. And now I'm going to place one over here, so I get an additional Nucleum, but I have to pay 2 silver coins. So let's pay the 2 silver coins. I place it here. We get, because I have already 2 on the board, up here and here, so it means I get 3 in total, plus the bonus one, plus the bonus one from the action tile, so it's a total of 4. So I can place 2 here and 2 up here. And the last one, that's my network, I will place them up here, which means I get a total of 4 Nucleums, because that was the 4th field. So I get 4 tokens. I can place 2 up here, and because 3 are allowed here, I can place the other 2 over there. And because I placed a tile, action tile, the normal way, I can claim one of the purple contracts, and I will claim that contract, which requires to have the 4 yellow buildings on the board, on the map, which I do. So in that way I get 6 victory points, and I can also use one of my 3rd level experiments. 6 victory points, push us up to 30. So I have 2 options. One is when I place a tile on the map as a train track, it counts as having all colors, and I also can fulfill a contract if I want to, because usually you can only do that if you place the tile up here. So, and that one is a one-time benefit for the end. For depending on how many tracks I have on the board, I would get victory points at the end. So I think I will take that tile for the moment and place it here. He rolls a 2, develop, and he gets 2 money, 2 silver coin. So he's not short on money at the moment, and he also does the develop action. And here he will pick that and that, because he has all of the actions multiple times available, and that means that he takes the tiles where only one of the action is available. So here in that case it's multiple times available, but industrialization and develop is only once available, so he will take the 2 tiles here. Yeah, unfortunately we're running out of time. I think we don't have that many turns left, but now I could do so many things to give me so many points. So let's see how we get on. I take that tile to do energize and build a building. I would love to build that building, but that cost me 4 money and I only have 3. So I think we will build that just because we can. So yeah, let's energize and build a building. Let's place that over here. And because we placed an action tile up there, we can fulfill a contract. And I would like to fulfill that one, which requires to have all 4 Nucleum plants on the map, which we do. And that will give me 6 victory points and one of the 3 experiments. And for the experiments, we will take that one, which will give us points for all the tracks we have on the board. For energizing, I want to energize that level 4 building, which needs to get 10 power. So we get 1 here from the coal, 1 here, another coal, and then from the turbines we get 2 power more, which will push up to 4, so that's 6 left. So we need to use 3 nucleums in that case. So let's grab the 3 nucleums here. We use that power plant for 1 and then the 2 turbines for the other 2, which lets us convert 3 nucleums, and in that way we have our total of 10 power. We can flip that card and it will give us victory points. We can move the track, and we get 10 star tokens. We can increase the track 4 times, and then we get 4 of the star tokens. And for the building, we pay 3 money. We take that green building here. And why not using our ships? Because we have a network up to here, and here's a green building, so we can place that over here. We can use the ships for the network. We can use it to move coal and nucleum over there, but obviously we can't move electricity, but that's fine. Here would be a power plant with a nucleum already there. Yeah, I player rolls, and he rolls a 1. And that means he takes that tile, and yeah, he will use it on the side. He gets 2 more meeples, and he can take 2 more tiles. So there are only 2 left. So you will grab that tile. We do another energize action, and we can move the track here once up. We get a bonus of 1 energy, and remember, we get, because of our turbine, we get a +2, so we have 3 already. And we advance the track. And this time I would like to energize the building over here. Needs a 6. We have 3 already. We can use 2 coals, and then we use 1 nucleum, which we can transport by ship over to that island, and then we can flip that card, and that gives us 6 stars and a second experiment. So let's have a look. I take 6 stars, and then we move that experiment up, which gives us another 8 stars. There you go. Two. Oh, he does 2 ovines, so he places 2 buildings. At this time, because he has a worker, he can place a track. He's able to complete a track over here, so I think that's what he's gonna do. And then he gets 1 meeple, and he can do 2 buildings. So let's draw the first card. He wants to do green first, and green is possible here. So we take the topmost green and we place it over here. And then for the second, he wants to build in orange first, and there's orange over there. So we take an orange building and we place it up here. And then we can flip the track tiles because they are completed now. Okay. So I think we're getting closer to the end of the game. So I want to do a quick recharge to have the possibilities to do another energize action and also get at least some victory points at that stage. So let's do that. I do a recharge. That means I get the value is up to my last action tile I placed up here. So it's 9 money. Right here I have the money. And then we get 4 walker. There you go. And we also get a total of 6 victory points. So we increase from 36 to 42. I have a total of 24 star tokens, so we can move them back. And then we could theoretically go up to 24, but in that color area we already have a star token. So we will have to move further down. And in that case, I am taking the 14 because I want to be in that area for the multiplier for buildings we energized, because I don't have enough ships to have a good value out of it. So yeah, but we still have to discard all our star tokens. And that means we can get all our action tiles back. There you go. Yeah, I rolls a 2. He does industrialize, and he gets a victory point for that one. And let's see what he does. He does turbine. All right. So let's have a quick look at the map. Here's the turbine. So first we can increase the victory points by 1, and then the only possible spot he can place a turbine is over here, because that's the only power plant with a Nucleum, which is in his area. So he will place that over there. Now I would like to do an energize action. Here I get +1, and then thanks to the turbine we get another 2, so it's a total of 3. And we place that up here, and we also can increase our victory point tracker by 1. I would like to energize that building for 5. We have 3 already, and then we take the 2 coals, so we can flip that, and we get 5 stars and can increase the money tracker. take the 5 stars. And we increase the money tracker. 1, 2. Two. So energize and industrialize. What does he do first? Let me see. He does first the industrialize and then energize. Alright. And also he has meeples, that means he can place that as a track. There's one track he can complete, that's why he goes over there. And that means we get another star token. So he does industrialize. Let's draw a card. He wants to do a mine, which is good because he only has one. He doesn't have turbines left. And he will place that in his area. Let's see where it's possible. Over there. So yeah, he will place it up here. And then he will do energize. And let's see the highest building he has. He has a 12 here. So yeah, obviously he will do that. It's a level 4. So we flip that. The last token here goes away. And then he will get victory points for the turbines. So let's take that, 2 turbines. And here's a token here. So he gets 3 victory points. So 3 victory points, and then we can flip that. And that also means that both of us will get 1 victory point, or 2 victory points actually per tie. So he gets 2. And we get 2 points. I want to energize again and replace a building. So let's place the building first. And for the building, I don't think I can energize a 12 building. So unfortunately I don't do that. But a 9 should be possible. We have 2. And then I can use up to 2 nucleums is 8. And if I pay 2, there should be, because we have a discount for the coal as well. So let's take that. Cost me 4 money. So I pay 5 and take 1 back. And we take that building here. And then we place it over here. And then we have 2 from the turbine. We have a coal and we have another coal. It's a total of 4 already. Oh, and because I placed it here, I have to pay 2 more money. Let's do that. Here we go. A total of 4. That means we need, we can use 3 of our nucleums. And we have here 2 turbines, so we can use 3 without paying anything, which gives us a total of 10. I take the 2 nucleums. Oh, 3. We need 3. And now we can energize that building, which gives me 9 star tokens. And we could get level 3 experiment, but we have them already, so it's fine. So 9 more token for us. I think we possibly forgot that multiple times. He has to pay money for the last action he did, so let's do that quickly. At least for that, what we remember. And then he rolls the die at another 2. So he does industrialization and he places the building. and he plays a track. So for both actions he has to pay money. And then we place the track next. Since there's no single track left and there's no track which is partially completed, he starts a new one, and let's start it over there. So in that case he can only do industrialized. It also means he gets the money back for the building. I was a bit too quick there. And yep, so let's draw a card. He wants to do a turbine. He doesn't have a turbine, so the next one would be the mine. And let's see if there's even a possibility for the mine in his network. He can't place it up here. No, I think he doesn't even have the possibility, so he gets a victory point for that. He gets the victory point because he couldn't use that action. So the AI player has only one token left here, so that means that will trigger his recharge, and placing that start token means that will trigger that endgame criteria. So we would have 2, and that would trigger the endgame. That's why I do a recharge now as well, to get a bit more points. So this time I get 7 money. 7. I get 3 worker. And we get 3 victory points. So we move to 47. And we can then use a total of 15 star tokens. And the only possible spot in the end is then here, but that means I get a few points for the 2 ships I have out. And also we can use that Nucleum token here and place it on the board. And there's only one power plant left, and that would give me an action tile, but there are no action tiles left, so no benefit from that. And lastly, we get our tiles back. So there's no need to roll the die, because he only has that. And here he gets 3 victory points, and he places the building. So 3 victory points, and then placing a building. We need to draw a card. He wants to place a green building. Alright. So he has the green building here. He needs to pay our money. And then we place the token or the building over here. There's no possibility for me to place a building on the board, because in my network I don't have a free spot. So let's take that one, which increases the track here. And we do an energize action. We get 1 energy, and then again 2 from the turbine. And this time we energize that level 2 building here. Flip that. We have 3. We can use a coal. Yep. So, and then we get 4 stars, and we increase the worker tracker. 4 stars, and we increase that worker tracker, which will give us a lot of endpoints. So the AI player, he does have to do a recharge now, because he doesn't have anything left. He gets 4 money. He would get worker, but he doesn't have worker anymore. And then he places the last star token 6 high up, which is here. And that triggers the king round again, which would give him, because he is now the highest, 6 points, and I get 2 points. And I just quickly move me from 47 to 49. And then that triggers another end game condition, which he gets another 3 points. And now we both get one more round, but the AI player in the last round does 2 energy actions without paying money. And I think we will energize quickly another building. And yeah, that's it. We have that building left with 3 energy. We have more than enough. We flip that. We get 3 stars, and we can advance the money tracker 1. 3 stars. And we advance that tracker here by 1, which increases also our victory points. So to energize, let's say he has a value 9 here and the value 10. So let's flip that one. And let's flip that one. And you will get, they're all connected. So you can easily get the 2 turbines and 1 from the power plant. So 3 victory points multiplied by 2. He gets another 6 victory points, if I'm correct. And that was his last turn. And that means we are done and we can check for victory. Let's count the points for the AI player. Let's start with the track over here. Basically, he gets here for the first star, he gets the value multiplied by 2, here multiplied by 4, multiplied by 6, and multiplied by 8. So that means for every 2 buildings he has on the board, he gets 2 points. We can see he has 3 left. That means he has a total of 9 buildings on the board, and so that it's 4 pair. So it's 4 by 2. It's 8 points. So we increase his tracker by 8 from 89 to 97. Then that's multiplied by 4. It's about the boats, the ships. He has a total of 4, so it's 4 by 4 is 12. So it goes to 109. So he gets 100. Then that's for every building which has energy in different cities. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then multiplied by 6 is 42. So we go to 151. And then the last star is for every green building. He has all of the green buildings on the board. So that means 4 multiplied by 8 is 32. So 32 is 183. Then he also gets for every silver coin he has left 1 point. He has a total of 10, so he gets 10 points. And then he gets points for the buildings. So it's 1, 6 plus 5. That's 3 times lit up, or 3 times green buildings he has on the board. So it's a total of 4. So it's 12 plus 2, another 2, and 2 times the orange building he has on the board. It's 3. So it's 6. So it's a total of 33. So he gets another 33 points. So it's 69. There you go. So he has a total of 226 points for the AI player. And now let's count our points. So we can follow that track here. We have a multiplier by 1 and a multiplier by 2 for that one. Again, for every 2 buildings we have a total of 10 buildings. So it's 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. So we go to 64. Then we get 3 multiplied by the amount of ships we have 2. So it's 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. So we go up to 70. And then we have a multiplier of 4 and 5. It's 9. For every city we have a building with energy. And we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 multiplied by 6 is 54. That means we go up to 124. Alright, that was the score for that track over here. We get then points for our experiment. Unfortunately, I think I'm 1 short. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get only 4 points. I should have built more tracks, but hey, I missed that. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next, we get for every 5 money, we get 1 point, 1 victory point. We have a total of 10 left over. So that means we get another 2. Then for every second walker, we get 1 point, and we have a total of 7. That means we get another 3 points. And then for every 2 nucleums, we get a point. We have a total of 3, so we get 1 more point. And then we get points for the buildings. So we have 1 and 2, it's 3, 5, it's 8, and another 2 is 10. 13 here, depends on how many buildings we have. We have 4 here, so it's 8, and we have 3 here, 6. Another 4, 5, and another 5 over here. That's 41 in total. So we are on 134, 54. So we are on 175. And then we get from our track, just show you that quickly. Here from that track, we get 6 points and 10 points. So we get another 16 points. And that will move us to 191. And that means we lost by quite a bit. So we have a difference from 35. Yeah, well, not too bad, I guess. We have a lot of points. We should have built more of the tracks maybe to get more bonus from the experiment. Maybe it's better to try to finish the game faster so that the AI player won't build that many buildings. Overall, I really like that game, but I think it's more fun playing with other players instead of the AI, because it's a lot of track keeping and thinking what he is doing, and if this is that, then you have to do this, and I think it's quite difficult. And I'm sure you saw during the video I missed every now and then something, because there are so many bits and pieces, coin here and pay there, and I think it's quite tricky to play that solitaire. But I like it to play with 1 or 2 players. So if you are 2 or 3 together, then it's not that hard. If you only have to look at your own things you do and don't forget anything, it's easier. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Yeah, so I would like if you could like the video and maybe subscribe, and I hope you will watch the next video as well. So see you next time. Bye.